Chicago. This hit a little bit different. Yeah. We ain't just alive, we living. Yeah. Off-white nights, blue dinner. Man, damn. What do you say, Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down. I still found a way, yeah. She let me weigh, The carrots in my teeth, not veggies. He talk big, but he not heavy. Skull and crossbones, I'm deadly. Word on the street, I'm on one hell of a streak. She said, God damn, the second she felt on me. Left the club and sent the text and said, I had a dream. I don't do the show until I got the green. I got the blues, I got the juice. I got a Balenciaga, I got the shoes. I must be evicted cause I got the moves. It's different when you ain't got nada to prove. I pop out the house, they pop out with eyes, they pop out with oohs. Like, wow, you can't fuck with me, virgin shit. Powder blue zip tie, virgin shit. Shorty wanna twerk what she working with. Got her OnlyFans for them purchase this. You get a man, she get on my phone. Give you a tool, she give me the throw. I know he hate me, but he on the low. Just tell him to try me, we'll see where it go. Yeah, this hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white nights, blue dinner. Man, damn. What do you say, Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down. I still found a way, yeah. She let me weigh, I don't be playing. I bring that pain, that major pain, like I'm away. She misbehave, but that pussy is A1. I pull up and ghost, like it's a seance. I don't fuck with no Ouija boards. Jody got that wop, got a squeegee floors. Took her to the man cave, it's behind a bookshelf. When I pull that book, it's a 3D door. Yeah, hating niggas wanna see me pour, but I'm in a GT with a freaky whore. And if she get tired or piss me off, I could drop her ass off, get at least 3 more. I'm different than these niggas that you seen before. I'm real, most these rappers like CB4. Grown man, I ain't fucking with no PG score. Fucking with them dirty niggas, now your PP sore. Yo, Doc, how you lit like that? How you turn all them losses into wins like that? How you block out the doubters and still do what they never did like that? This hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white nights, blue dinner. Man, damn. What do you say, Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down. I still found a way, yeah. This hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white nights, blue dinner. Man, damn. What do you say, Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down. I still found a way, yeah.
I really, really love when you do that rap thing. Oh my God, sounds so good.
Podcast?
And now, your host for this evening.
No.
Podcast.
Man, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Beans, aka Lil Podcast, aka I'm hungry as a mug right now. Honestly, the only reason why I really jumped on is because I need to make a correction. So last night, I said that the Guns and Butter podcast wouldn't be shown tonight because Ray De Niro had previously scheduled event. And he contacted me earlier and said that that event is actually for next week. So he made a mistake and he wanted to correct that and that he would be doing the podcast tonight. So the link is already up. The YouTube is already up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to drop the link for Guns and Butter right now because I want people to be aware. Guns and Butter Pod tonight. All right. I think I'll just pin that over there. Yeah, so the Guns and Butter podcast will be going on tonight. 8 Central, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. I believe it's the start time. I want to say also shout out to my homie Showtime over at Showtime on Point Sports. I just had to get some things done, and I was watching his channel. Of course, he's dealing with sports a lot. And man, listen, they were talking about the fact that the Pelicans beat the Nets last night by damn near 30. And I'm just like, yo, that's type crazy, really, when you think about it, because they got Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons, bro. Like, you could argue in recent history that all three of them would have been considered at least top 15 in the league, even though we know that Ben Simmons ain't big on scoring. But defensively, the dude was a nightmare. He could get to the rack and shit, like if you just made plays for that. I mean, the irony about sports to me is that, like, they'll change how they do things, and then all of a sudden, it's almost as if they're suggesting the old stuff don't work no more. And I don't necessarily know if that's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever plays. Let's not go with the Bulls back in the day, because the Bulls, of course, was running the train, right? But let's go with, just any other team, the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Any of them other teams where it wasn't really about no three-point shooting. They played the game inside out, whereas today it's played outside in. Is it that style don't work? And I don't mean as far as like working to win the game, but I mean, like, did they come up with the ultimate defenses to stop that style of basketball from being efficient or from working at all? Right? I don't think they have. But maybe they did. Because look at the NFL, which I have been lazy on the NFL, bro. The NFL is like damn near a third over with, and I ain't been watching shit. But I remember a time not too long ago. It feel like it might have been like 10 years ago or even less, where they were saying that, the college game won't translate well into the NBA. I mean, into the NFL. And sure enough, you know what I'm saying? It's option play after option play after option play after option play, and they ain't just doing it with the so-called Negro quarterbacks either. You know what I'm saying? They got the white boys out there running options too. You know what I'm saying? Now it still look and is presented on screen like the NFL, but bro, I miss just hike and throw the ball and, you know what I'm saying, I formation run, single back run. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the yards or you don't. Versus all this option trick play stuff. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't a fan of that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a fan of it, bro. You know. So I just wonder, like, okay, does the I formation, halfback sprint or halfback toss or what I'm saying, any of them type of plays, like, do they not work anymore? Is that the reason why they start changing the game? You know what I'm saying, and implementing all this other stuff from like college or whatever. I don't know if that's what they're doing in the NBA. I just think they just start shooting threes crazy because I don't think the college game was ever about just shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? The college game was so boring to me because it would be like 12 passes, you know what I'm saying, on every position. That shit was just like so boring to me. So it was very hard for me to watch college games unless there was the women's games. And I know what you're thinking. Well, the women did the same thing. They passed the ball 12 times. That's true. But they women, though. And I like looking at women. I really do. The crazy part about it is basketball uniforms aren't designed to show off your body. So if I can actually see that you got a body in the NBA or in the basketball uniform, that makes it even more pleasant. I like watching women's sports. I just do. I like watching women move. It's a beautiful thing. But I think that's crazy, man. My man that was talking, and they said basically a lot of people were saying in their opinion that Steve Nash is the reason why the Nets are losing. That he does not know how to coach on the fly. You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to make adjustments and stuff like that. I don't even know how he ended up getting that job in the first place, outside of nepotism or something like that, because I thought the point was that you're supposed to have to work your way up, but okay. But I ain't watched the game. I ain't started watching the game. I think the NBA season really kicked off Tuesday too, so I missed out on that. I don't even remember what I was doing Tuesday. Oh yes, I do. I was busy going through something. Yeah, that's right. But I'm just saying, like, for real. The Pelicans might not be trash, but beating Kevin Durant and them by almost 30, that just sounded crazy to me, bro. So I want to talk about, like I said, I want to correct about the podcast. It will be tonight, the Guns and Butter podcast with Ray De Niro. Make sure you tune in for that. Talk about Kevin Durant and them losing like that, bro, by 30 points. That's kind of crazy. Tonight is Thursday, so we do got football tonight. Are you ready for some football? Because listen, tonight, bro, I think I'm going to go ahead and tap in, bro. I ain't even going to lie. I think, oh, snap, I ain't pay my child support. I could do that when I'm on here with y'all real quick. I think I'm going to go ahead and tap in, bro. That'll be my way of taking a break. You know what I'm saying? And just kicking back and watching some TV. I wish I could enjoy beer like everybody else, bro. I don't like beer. I don't even understand how people enjoy beer. Beer is, first of all, it's nasty, and it don't do nothing for me. All it do is make me piss. So if I needed to piss, I know I could just drink a beer. But maybe I get some pizza. You know what I'm saying? And some buffalo wings. You know what I'm saying? And where my wallet at? And make sure I be set up straight for the game tonight. I don't even know who playing. I'm about to look it up right now for y'all. NFL tonight is Saints in Arizona. Look at this. Week 7, bro. Week 7. Them 7 weeks just flew by. Well, them 6 weeks, because this is the start of the 7th week. Them 6 weeks just flew by. I was literally thinking I was overstating when I said a third of the NFL season has already passed, and it's literally been a third of the NFL season, bro. At least the regular season. That's crazy. So tonight is the Saints versus the Cardinals. Both of them are 2-4. That's a bad look for the Cardinals. Is Murray been playing? I ain't even been watching. The Saints, I don't even think what's the name they're playing. I think they've been having a white boy start. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll end up being a good game, especially if Murray is playing. Then I know that white boy over there that's quarterbacking for them on the Saints, I know he's gonna really try to put a good game up because I know people kind of look at him more as a runner or whatever, as a running back. You know what I'm saying? So with him playing against another runner, it'll probably end up being a good game. Actually, hopefully it will be. What else? Yeah, let me get over here and pay the child support. So last night, man, last night was such an awesome show, bro. Like the turnout was fire, bro. Like this, how good the show was. I don't even know who didn't show up that I invited. I can't even remember. That's how good the show was because the people that I really wanted to show up, they showed up. Even if they couldn't stay long, they still showed up. And 2 7. No, that's different. Let me find out. I bet you it's gonna be this other one. And I just want to say salute to everybody, bro. Like for real, that came through. And we ended up having really good conversations, bro. Like at first I was thinking like, damn, maybe I shouldn't talk about the what is it called? The discipline, the abuse or the spankings, the whoopings, whatever we call them, right? Maybe I shouldn't talk about that again because we just talked about it not too long ago. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. 9-7-2-6. What card is this? This is really crazy right now. I'm looking at. I don't even. Fuck it. I'm just going to use the other one because I don't even know what this is right now. So, all right. And then it ended up like just organically, you know what I'm saying, transforming into another conversation, man. We had people came through. That was their first time showing up. Look, I be trying not to judge the older people that be online. Like, it's not even a problem about you being online. You know, I'm not no spring chicken myself. You know, so emotionally, sometimes I still feel like I'm, 14 years old. And this is not a diss. So, if anybody try to make it like a diss, that's just on them. It's too bad. But sometimes I do be wondering, like, what are these 60-year-old people, you know what I'm saying, doing in these cycles of people that's in their 30s? I get why the younger people that's in their early 20s would be in these cycles. And by cycles, I mean in these spaces, these YouTube spaces, these cycles of YouTube channels, right? I get why the younger people would be over there. I mean, most of the channels is dominated by people in their 30s and 40s. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you just look over here and you just run off the name of channels that pretty much everybody over here are cycling, it's all people in their 30s and 40s. So I get why the younger people do it. Younger people always want to hang out with older people to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? The older, cooler people as they were. But the older people, I just look at them sometimes and I be saying, I hope I'm not still trying to do this when I'm 60. I hope I'm not still trying to hang out with the 30-year-olds. Like, I hope I've healed enough and grown enough and have enough business and things going on that even if I'm contributing to this kind of space, I'm doing it with my peers. And we're finding a way to, you know what I'm saying, celebrate our history and legacies and information and successes. And, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really the problem, is that a lot of times people don't, you know what I'm saying, want to celebrate who they are, where they at, or where they come from. When you when you 40 years old and you still listening to the 19-year-olds music, I ain't saying never, you can't ever enjoy it, but I'm saying when you're all day, every day, right? At 40 years old, all day, every day, you're listening to, whatever the top 10 newest, youngest 19 to 25-year-old rappers is. That's all you listening to every day because you just want to stay so current. You just want to be so cool and down. And, when the song come on, you want to be able to sing it too. I think that's a problem. Oh, so when I was growing up, right, let's go to the 90s. Now we had the music that was coming out in the 80s, right? My mom this is her time to grow up. You see what I'm saying? She's 20 in 1980. So literally the 80s is her adult period, right? This is what she is literally, living out adult life, right? So all the music that's being made throughout the 80s, this is her generation, right? As a kid, I'm listening to it. That's the music mom and them playing it. You could say it's not really my generation. It's like it's a difference. It's like we grew up on that music, and then towards the 90s and the early 2000s, we started making our own music. So the music in the 90s and the 2000s was the people in my generation making their own music, right? Here's the thing though, in the 80s, while I was growing up, my mom and them was still listening to the music that they grew up on in the 60s, in the 70s. So I was still listening to the music that I grew up on, that my mama grew up on in the 60s and the 70s. Then I'm listening to the music, that now I'm growing up, on in the 80s and the 90s. And then towards the end of the 90s, literally when I started getting into music myself, 98 was the year that I first was active. I want to say signed, but I never actually signed the contract, but I was active on a label. It was called Jam and J Records. Ended up becoming Nonfiction Entertainment. So this is when we started making music. You see what I'm saying? Late 90s, early 2000s. So now in my 40s, at 45, I'm not listening to this new music really, bro, maybe 10% of my time. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to stuff that I grew up on. I'm listening to stuff that, my mom and them played around me that they grew up on. Stuff that I went back and researched and found out about songs and groups and stuff from back in the day. Then I'm listening to the music that we made growing up. Not growing up, but we made as we became adults. You know what I'm saying? From the late 90s into the early 2000s. And then now sometimes I go back, of course, to the 2010s. You know what I'm saying? And some of this earlier music now that is beginning to develop when I catch it and I find out about it. But it's people that's literally in their 40s and 50s and 60s that get in a car and they satellite radio is on channel 44 or 45, which is the all new this shit ain't even hip hop. It's the all new trap. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 whatever you want to call it. Like, I can't believe I just said boom, boom, boom. But it's that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's weird, to say the least, bro. I think that is weird. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you're listening to all day long, bro, as an older person, not even older person. I wonder how do we describe being in our 40s? Because this is not older, right? If you have taken care of yourself, literally, like you ain't been shot, stabbed, been to jail, you've eaten right, you know what I'm saying? You're healthy, you worked out, mentally, you've been there, you weren't abused and went through all this trauma, right? And you worked and provided for yourself as an adult. Like if you are a healthy 40-year-old, 45-year-old, you realize that this shit is not old and you are nowhere nearby ready to die. Nowhere nearby. You are not preparing to meet God. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to figure out what's the next thing adventure you want to do and what's the next good purchase you want to make and those type of things, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. At the end of the day, you realize this ain't old, but at the same time, you ain't 20 no more either. Now I know some people will apply this to dressing, right? Y'all remember, if depending on who's watching right now, how old you are, you may remember when Jay-Z, right, was trying to change the culture by saying, and I don't wear jerseys, I'm 30 plus. Give me a fresh pair of jeans, niggas, button up. You see what I'm saying? So he was trying to usher in the button-up era, right? Because he was getting older and he wanted to be in certain places, and it wasn't necessarily suit and tie yet. But I want to be a little bit more on the grown side, so I'm not gonna just be wearing jerseys everywhere I go no more. I'm gonna at least do these collar shirts, these button-up joints. You know what I'm saying? And I can do my jeans with them, and I can do some nice casual shoes. I can do some different things. I can look like, you know what I'm saying, a grown up. You know what I'm saying? And then we know that eventually evolved into him wearing suits more. You know what I'm saying? Then I guess once he got a little bit older and had kids and wanted to dig more into his roots and wanted to look younger, he grew his hair back out. Having hair always makes you look younger, right? So, you know, he even decided, even when I'm making music, I'm not gonna make music about hustling and all that no more. You know what I'm saying? So there was an evolution period, you see. But to be honest with you, I like hoodies. I like hoodies. I used to didn't. I will be honest with y'all. Now, this one thing I'm gonna really be transparent about. I used to didn't really care about baseball hats like that. I used to because I had hair. You know what I'm saying? So because I can go get a haircut and look flat in the motherfucker. I really didn't care about hats like that. It's only since I knew I had to start going bald that I really started caring about hats. Now I always like do-rags once I got to a certain age. Do-rags was just my thing. It just something about the do-rag. This was before 50 Cent and G Unit and all of that. I know my girl told me that's one of the reasons why she liked me, because I had the do-rag on. You know, my body was still on the G Unit side of the game. And she's like, yeah, I gave her that 50 Cent vibe. So but I really didn't care about wearing hats like that. You know, now I keep several. Right. So, it's some things where it's like, damn, you don't want to get old, you don't want to appear old, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand that. And some people that probably apply the music to that too, but no, I'm straight, bro. I can't listen to that all day long. Every now and then I find a song. And it's like it's okay. Uh, I heard this one song, and so now I know it. And maybe I go back and listen to the artist and see that they have some more songs that I like, and that's cool too. But just all day, every day, I'm finna be listening to this 20-year-old music. No, I can't do that. So, let me think. Did I take care of this? Okay, I took care of that. Let me do a screenshot. Child support paid. All right. What else am I supposed to be doing? This is why I need a secretary, man. Okay. I guess what I should have been doing was looking at comments. A Soar of C said it's middle age. 40 times 2 equals 80. We in our middle ages now, no longer just young. Okay, so I mean, I give you that. middle sounds, even saying middle age sounds old. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why I don't like that with that term either. Sounds old, but probably not. So that's what it is. What's going on, Jill, Freezy, Sav, Natasha, Sammy, Sporty, CC, Ray De Niro, what's good, brother? Yeah. No captivity with Freezy with the $5 super chat. Say get the likes up. Definitely, please. Get the likes up. I'm looking at the chat. This is everybody that really rock with the page. So you all, I'm pretty sure. So, like I said, I had just got up really late, bro. I got up right at 2:00. Actually, 3:00. My phone is still set to Central Standard Time. So I got up, had to make a couple of calls, do a couple of different things, square away some things. And now I'm about to get up and I'm about to find me something to eat. I'm really trying to determine whether or not I'm going outside. I think I am. I think it's been enough days since I had some chicken that I deserve to have some. That's what I'm telling myself, even though I know I don't really want to eat it. But I'm just feeling it right now. So I'm not hurting or in a bad mood or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just some of these processes are really slow, man. Like, y'all already know. I mean, think about it. Look at where you at in life right now. And you know how long it took you to get there? However old you are right now. That's how slow the process is. You know, so I personally am about to get ready and drop down. I think everybody else is busy. I don't know if anybody else, any of the channel operators would want to come up and give you all a any other information, because right now I think that's it. You know what? It is one thing I do want to talk about really quickly though. Yo, I just watched this video, right? Let me see, did I download it? Yeah, I did download it. So let me pull it in. Yo, this shit. I'm trying so hard to get to a point where I don't curse. Oh, also shout out to my main man, the witch doctor, man. Woke Juice, aka Woke Juice. He sent me the second episode. And honestly, I'm thinking about uploading it for members only. The topics are kind of risque as far as it being about sex or whatever. And not that that's a thing. I mean, it's not like it's nothing that can't go on YouTube. But I think it does give me an opportunity to present some some content for members only right now, while we're still trying to get the other content that we put together for members only. So I think what I'm gonna do when I come back is I'm gonna upload the video for members only. You know what I'm saying? And give you all something that you can watch and feel special about. And like I said, the docuseries that I'm putting together, I'm going to make the individual episodes. I'm going to make those for members only, and then we'll put the condensed, 2-hour version of all the episodes together. And that we'll just put out. But yeah, I'm gonna make the original full episodes of each interview for members only, so that we can start getting content together for members. Give me a second. All right, so here's the video. What it is basically, it's a clip from the shop with Lisa Leslie talking about what the NBA players and how they should basically subsidize the WNBA. Fair use, fair use. Let's get that up there. Copyright claim. Let's get that up there. And here we go.
If it's one thing that you, I don't want to say change, that you feel that can help the WNBA's game out,
Help
what
the
would you
game out.
do?
Okay, so I think the game is looking great. I think it's evolved great. I believe that player for player, players are more talented, faster. You can see they're getting that individual training, ball handling skills, shooting. The game is phenomenal. I thought they're playing at a high level. I'm very proud of them. I support the WNBA still. I will always, obviously we'd love to have Brittany back home. That's
Yeah,
important.
for sure.
Close
Shout
to
out
the heart.
BG. Yep.
Shout out to BG. She's never, far from our thoughts, but the WNBA is rocking. What could we have more? I just think, from a salary standpoint, it'd be great for the women to be able to make more money. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. I think I saw something that said like one player that makes maybe $12 million on the NBA team could cover the whole WNBA salary.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that's kind of like crazy. And
Okay, wait. We got to back this up real quick so I can make sure y'all see this, what's on the screen. It says never, not once in the history of the WNBA has the league turned a profit. Never, not once. Now, I haven't confirmed that this is absolutely true, but based on the source, I'm gonna just say, yeah, it's true. I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say, yeah, it's true. So if y'all been around for 26 years, I think she said, y'all been around for 26 years and the league has never made a profit, and yet y'all have always gotten paid. It's never like you've ever worked for free. Fuck. Yeah, it's never like you've ever worked for free. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand the mindset of women. I really, when it comes to this, like I really, really, really don't. But let's play some more of the video.
a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. I think I saw something that said like one player that makes maybe $12 million on the NBA team could cover the whole WNBA salary.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that's kind of like crazy. And again, you know, we're what, 26 years young, so it's not like we're comparing ourselves to the NBA, but I do feel like the pay gap would be something that, you know, we could just take a donation around the NBA maybe. Maybe one night y'all don't go to the casinos.
I have something on this though.
So, if you've ever had an issue with Draymond Green, man, I gotta hurry up and speed up this process. If you've ever had an issue with Draymond Green, this might change your mind, because he really said something, I think, and he could have said more, but he didn't. I think he was intentionally trying to be respectful, you know what I'm saying? And make sure that what he said didn't come off as, it didn't come off egregiously. And so you got to give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to give him credit for that. Pay attention.
Because it pisses me off. It pisses me off because I don't think there's anyone in America that supports the WNBA more than NBA players.
100%.
The NBA players support the WNBA like
the most.
More than we probably support the fucking NBA. And it bothers me.
You shouldn't be bothered, because the WNBA players, I can tell you 100%, and we had a meeting for our 25th anniversary. We're do Zooms with the veteran, the legends of the league or whatever, and just talking about it. And I told them on that call, the number one supporter that we have, you guys never focus on, and that is the NBA players.
I don't know if you guys know this, but the WNBA actually loses money. Shocker, I know. They lose an average of about $10 million per year, ever since they started. So how is it that they're able to keep going as a league and pay their players? Well, that would be the NBA. The only reason the WNBA even exists is because of the profits that the NBA has made. So when you hear statements like, men should show more support for our league, just donate your salaries, it's no big deal, skip a couple nights in the casino. Don't you think that's a little entitled, considering the whole reason they're able to make any money at all and even play basketball is because of the NBA players making the profits they do? Even when they show support, NBA players get blasted for it. That's what happened to Andre Iguodala. When he complimented Aerial Powers, she not only told him to keep it to himself, but she also tried digging up old tweets from his past to cancel him. That's right.
I want to look at these comments again.
The NBA player.
The only reason the WNBA support for our league, just donate your salaries, it's no big deal, skip a couple nights in the casino. Don't you think that's a little entitled, considering the whole reason they're able to make any money at all and even play basketball?
Okay, so like this comment right here. What does he say? If she believes that doing something a certain way gets her to the end goal, I'm all for that. And if I believe doing something a certain way gets to the end goal, I'm all for that. I don't understand the comment. I don't understand how that applies to this. Maybe he was talking about this, I don't know, but okay. Let's look at the next.
It's because of the NBA players making the profits they do. Even when they show support, NBA players get
Okay. It looks like this woman is playing golf. I'm trying to figure out who this person is. Megan Rapinoe. Let's look that up. Megan, or is it Rapinoe? It's probably Rapinoe. Yeah, she's a soccer player. Yeah, I mean, okay. So you obviously showed your whole ass in not even understanding what we all talk about all the time. You don't think we asked for more money? I mean, what are we screaming about nonstop? How does that's not the point. The whole point is that you don't deserve more money. This is crazy.
blasted for it. That's what happened to Andre Iguodala. When he complimented Aerial Powers, she not only told him to keep it to himself, but she also tried digging up old tweets from his past to cancel him. That's right, she tried to ruin his career just because he complimented her by number and not by name.
Kenneth Murray, what happened? Appreciate it, brother. Nah, I like how you. Oh, okay. He's showing where he used his number.
And let's also not forget when Luka Doncic got blasted for
Minnesota Lynx. What does that say? Minnesota Lynx, whatever that the 3 stars is, says a guy who hasn't been to a WNBA game all season, but got sent a jersey and recorded a scripted video. Yo, the dude literally ain't from here. Like, I wouldn't even have an expectation for him to give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, all right, man. All right, hold on.
wearing a WNBA jersey to show support for the Dallas team. The point is, NBA players can't win. If they show support, they're seen as egotistical, self-centered, and trying to make everything about them. But when they don't show support, they're seen as sexist and that they don't care about anybody but themselves.
Okay, here we go. Another comment. It's really unfortunate in the position Green's in, having all the resources that he has and the ability to have a much more educated opinion that he just hasn't. Lady, y'all are tripping. This is the thing about it, and it's probably not a single woman in this space that we are in on YouTube that cares about this from the standpoint of the WNBA and the NBA and all of that. But there are women in this space that we in who still talk about the pay gap, this wage gap between men and women, as if, right, it's somehow 99% of the reason why the gap exists is because women are being oppressed. It is still women that talk about that in this space like that. And this woman just had the audacity to say that Draymond Green hasn't educated himself. Well, you need to be telling your women that. You need to be telling your fellow sisters that. But you can't, because y'all want to just continue to push this freaking narrative. Like this, stuff like this makes me understand why people talk about victim Olympics when it comes to people bringing up slavery, the civil rights movement, and all these different things, right? If we're talking about money, right? If we're saying, hey, listen, let's say tonight on Ray's show, and Ray is up there and he's trying to tell people how to invest their money into certain things, and somebody come up there and say, well, how can we invest when slavery had existed? Okay, then you got a point. Then you could be like, bro, you in the victim Olympics, like, or bro, like that don't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. We're not dealing with that, right? Then you can do that. But the times when they say it is when somebody is explaining, or not explaining, but somebody is just accusing, right, the black people who continue to struggle of just being struggle mongers, so to speak. I just made up a word. So if y'all hear anybody else use that anywhere else, make sure you say you stole that from the podcast. Okay. You know how you have whoremongers, right? That when people talk about the less fortunate black people as if they're just struggle mongers, right? Versus, what we seeing is the residue of the past. That's what it is. There's no way around that. There's no way you can argue that. Anytime anybody tries to argue that that's not the case, that person is full of shit and it makes them less trustworthy. It don't matter if you want to say, you know what I'm saying, you want to argue that people choose to, stay in the situations because of the fact that we know everybody is endowed with choices. It don't matter. Choices can still be perceived or not perceived. Sometimes you don't know that you have certain choices. So it's not actually a choice if you don't even know it exists. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's something that's engraved on your arm that you get to walk around with every day and look down and say, oh, okay, yeah, I have that choice, right? It's information. It's based on knowledge. You either know about it or you don't. If you don't know about it, then you don't actually have the choice, right? So what we saying is, what I'm saying right now is that this does kind of put me in that mindset though, when people want to bring up, you know what I'm saying, slavery or any of this type of other stuff in the context of somebody trying to talk about, you know, doing better financially. You want to play the victim and try to make it seem like something is being done against women, when the truth of the matter is the product you selling ain't shit. That's the fact. Look at the triple X industry, right? The women make more money than the men. Why is that? Lady, whatever the hell your name is, or anybody else that agrees with this woman, can you tell me why it is that the women in the industry make more money than the men? And here's the crazy part about this. The men, right? The men in the triple X industry are actually more scarce. How about that? The male pool in the triple X industry is way more exclusive. It's less men. Why? Why is it less men? They need men to do the shit. So why is it less men? You know why it's less men? Because there's a less amount of men that can actually perform. The amount of men that can actually stand in a room with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, however many more people, with lights and cameras and multiple cameras and this and that, and still keep a rock hard penis, you know what I'm saying, and still perform and be all into the woman. The amount of men that can do that is less than the amount of women who can just show up and perform, who can just show up and pretty much lay there or ride or any of this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's way more women in it than it is men. Every season, every generation of Triple X is usually about 30 dudes, and they run through 10,000 women. Right? So, and still in all, even though the dudes are that more exclusive, the women still make more money than them. And why is that? Because the woman's product is more valuable. Most people who enjoy Triple X movies, including women, are mostly focused on the women. Some Triple X companies, they don't even shoot the dudes' faces because it's not necessary. Nobody cares what you look. Now, back in the day, they used to always do that dumb shit where they would put the camera on the dude so you can see his dumbass reactions. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, they don't even do all that dumb shit no more because they don't know nobody want to see that shit. We just want to see the action. Cameras be focused right on the fucking action. They used to have the goofy ass music. They don't do that shit no more. Nobody gives a fuck. They want to hear the interaction. They want to hear the sex. Women have dominated the market now where they do the shit by themselves. OnlyFans, you know what I'm saying? P-Hub, X videos, all these different spots, and these women have their own accounts where they can show up and do whatever they want to do by themselves, right? But then when you're still talking about in the market, the woman is still the best product on the market when it comes to that. And that's why they make more money. And that's exactly the reason why NBA players make more money than the WNBA players, because nobody wants to see that shit except for me and 2 other people. That's just a fact. You don't excite people the way men excite people. If it wasn't for the fact that okay, I can tell you the truth. My girl Ted Cooper, I still ain't been like just watching games with her. She wasn't even starting. So I really wasn't gonna even try to just pull up on them games. But I do like seeing her move. She is sexy in the mug to me. and I like seeing her move. That is the reason why I would watch a WNBA game with her in it, and that's about it. That's where it stops. That's it. The only reason why I would catch one is a day and it ain't nothing else on but tennis and, you know what I'm saying, and golf and NASCAR and WNBA. Well, I'd rather watch the women bounce around. That's about it. And it ain't no other movies on that I want to watch, and it ain't nothing I could think that I just want to go back and watch. You know, then I'll catch a WNBA game. Right? So that's it. Now, when Maya Moore was playing, yes, I wanted to watch Maya Moore play. It wasn't about just, you know what I'm saying, her beauty. She made the game look beautiful. The way she moved Kobe-esque. You know what I'm saying? Jordan-esque. She moved like that. She couldn't dunk, but everything else was there. The fadeaways, you know what I'm saying? The step backs, pull-up game, spin moves, layups to the basket, you know what I'm saying? Dribble penetrations. I loved watching Maya Moore hoop from UConn to the WNBA. Yes, sir. I loved it. That's the one female basketball player that I could say I pulled up to watch her hoop. It was a thing of beauty to see that girl play basketball. I thought she was beautiful too. Not sexy, but beautiful. But just seeing her hoop was beautiful. But outside of that, and I'm one of, like, we had this conversation before, me and a couple of my homies. I was the only one supporting the women, you know, sports. I mean, the guys got all the jokes. And I don't have no choice but to believe them when they say they don't watch it. So, I mean, I remember one time somebody recommended Lowering the Rim. And no, why would we do that? Because why? Because so you just wanted to make it seem like, oh, because we could do the same thing the men do. But you can't. Have you seen an NBA highlight? Have you seen a Ja Morant highlight reel? Ladies, you can't do it. You can't. I think like every content creator in the world, somebody should put together a reel to show exactly what the NBA game versus the WNBA game, why it doesn't measure up. Like, now I'm talking about no words. No words. Just show the quickest WNBA player and then show the quickest NBA player. Show the dunk that a WNBA player does, dunks that they've done, and then show the dunks that the NBA players have done. Like, just show it all, the passes, and then show it all, like in a reel. Like somebody put that reel together of Kobe and Mike, and you seen Kobe and was literally doing the same exact moves Mike was doing. I'm talking about some tape studying. That shit was crazy. And then every content creator in the world should play this video to say, this is why women need to stop trying to compete with men. This is it. In every realm, everywhere. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop. You can't say on one hand you want to compete with us, and then on the very next hand, and I mean, you can't say in one breath that you want to compete with us, and then in the very next breath say men should never hit women. The fact that women are so entitled with this coochie thing, I get it. I get why men come on YouTube and tell other men that they need to have dick discipline. I get it now. I get it. I get why they saying, listen, bro, as good as some of us know sex can be, you have to kill your need for it. You have to. We need to stop trying to push this narrative that you the man because you can get the most women. We do. We probably need more virgins and all of that, bro, because women have really gotten it into their head that because they have a vagina, that makes them entitled. Bro, do y'all know what the definition of entitled is? Let me look this up. We just lost about 5 women because they can't take it. Entitled. Okay. Damn, do I want some Chinese food? No, I don't want no Chinese food. Definition of entitled: believing oneself to be inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. It's not a diss when we say that women are entitled or that they believe they are entitled. It's an accurate description. All you got to do is listen to them. Let's say that the narrative that the guy painted is absolutely correct. That the WNBA has lost money every year in its existence. It's never turned a profit. Okay, we just heard that Uber claims the same thing, that they never actually make a profit, right? And we know that's based on some taxes shit, right? Is it possible that that same thing could be being applied to the WNBA? Maybe. I mean, it's not like I've ever turned on a WNBA game and there was nobody in the seats. People do go watch that shit. It does get aired on TV. So there's some money somehow being exchanged somehow. They are paying the people the women in the league. So there's some money being exchanged somehow, some way. But at the end of the day, I know that it's nowhere near the amount of money that the male-dominated leagues like the NBA and the NFL make. It's nowhere near that. They are getting paid, I'm pretty sure, a fair share based on what they produce and based on what it costs to operate the league itself. Natasha Vincent says sports and physical violence are mostly different, but there is rough play in sports to an extent. This is what fouls are for, or did I miss the point? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this, right? Our women keep trying to compete with us. It's not just on this level. We literally just had Tommy B up here ranting and shit about how you will see a 5'3" woman standing in front of a 6'4" man talking crazy to him, all in his face. I played a video. I played multiple videos, multiple times of women being violent towards men. And why? Because they feel and believe that they are entitled to protection all the time, regardless, right, to what it is they did or said, based on the fact that they have a vagina. This is 100% absolutely true. There's no other reason. It's because they have a vagina. They are literally perpetuating gender discrimination by believing that they are entitled to something more than what a man is entitled to because he's a man. That's literally just gender discrimination. Genderism, believing that women are superior to men when it comes to privileges and shit based on their gender. Remember, there was women trying to play football. All it would take is for one woman to get hit the same way men get hit in football and to be broken up and damaged, for somebody to try to say the league needs to stop hitting at all and it just needs to be touch football, versus, you know what, maybe women shouldn't be playing football. because the entitlement of a woman being able to play football if she want to should trump the fact that the game is played a certain type of way. And if that's just not conducive to the health of a woman, then women shouldn't be in the game. Shit, it's not that conducive to the health of a man. And they've already been doing things to limit how much damage men take based on the fact that they want to be responsible for all of these medical conditions that the game is producing. It's a video I played before. This woman hitting this guy. He's trying to walk away. She just hit him once. Now she throwing stuff at him. Just walking him down. They keep telling us to walk away. Walk away. All you got to do is just walk away. Walk away. That's all you got to do is just walk away. Walk away. Let's see how this works. Okay, I'm walking away. I'm turning around. I'm walking away. Man, I'm trying to figure out why is this walking away not working for me? I'm trying to understand. I'm walking away. I'm still walking away. She's hitting me. She's walking all up beside me and everything else. Now she's grabbing me, pulling on me. All the kids is outside. Let me guess. This is not supposed to affect the kids. The kids aren't supposed to see this and think that this is the way of life, because the Bible does not say train a child up in the way that they should go and they won't depart from it. The Bible says nothing you do is actually training a child. So there you go. Still following the man, still hitting the man. Still hitting the man in front of the boys. So what are the boys supposed to think? Oh, well, this is normal. We see these men and they be with these women and we're like, why are they with them? Well, shit, maybe it's because my mama or my auntie or my sister or whoever else convinced me that this is normal. Now she's gonna knock one of the babies down. Boom. Knock the baby down because I got to fight you. I got to keep hitting you and fighting you. And not to mention the fact that this is an adult recording a video. Why are you not calling the police on this person that is out here fighting and hitting this other person? Why? Because she's entitled to be able to hit him because she's a woman with a vagina. So I'm entitled to be able to hit you because you're supposed to be able to take it. Because you have a penis, which means you're supposed to be able to take whatever a woman says and does to you. It is not supposed to matter. They will literally ask you, did it hurt? Because it didn't knock you out and you're not unconscious, that means it didn't hurt. So you should be able to take it. There's no way a man could have walked a woman down like this outside and just gotten away with it. There's no way. No way. So, you know, Esau, you 3 seconds away from being blocked. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm probably gonna block you for the rest of the month. Comments like this. What the fuck you mean he could have ran? Why should a man have to run from a woman? If I'm supposed to understand that she is the weaker vessel, which is why I'm not supposed to have to touch her, then why should I ever have to run from her? That don't even make sense. Why should I ever have to run from somebody that I'm told is the weaker vessel? Why should I have to run from the person that I'm told I'm supposed to protect? That don't make any sense. I'm going to get some food. Do you want me to bring something up there to you?
No, I got a Jimmy John sandwich I stole from work because they fed us today.
All right. Yeah, I know it's muted. Because I don't even want to play the sound.
Get that out of the car. Is that what I think it is?
Apple juice? So you got to understand, like, at the end of the day, basically what I'm trying to say is that
Getting
y'all ain't equal. You don't even really want to be. You want privilege to pick and choose when you get to be equal, when you get to be better, when you get to be the weaker vessel. And that's why the world is fucking in chaos right now. Well, that's why the community is in chaos, I should say. Because in some places, they ain't letting y'all get away with that shit. Like I said, my son wanted to go to Africa with his mama. They told her she couldn't bring him over there without my permission. Now, all it would have took. This why I ain't give a fuck about. This why I ain't give a fuck about Brody running around trying to tell people that I beat on women, nigga. You don't know the stories. Even if you went and got the documents, you're not gonna read that I beat on women. That's what's so crazy about it. But here's the thing. Yes, I would. If I felt like my life was on the line, I would fucking clothesline the shit out of bro. But just in general, cause she disrespected me, you fucking right. I would slap the shit out of her, bitch. Sure would. And yep, I said bitch. Cause when you're disrespecting a man, that's what it makes you. We not finna pretend like these people don't exist, bro. We can't do that. We gotta be honest. Y'all want to be honest about niggas being deadbeats. Y'all want to be honest about niggas being abusive. Y'all want to be honest about niggas being grapers. Y'all want to be honest about niggas being molesters. Y'all want to be honest about all of this stuff about men. We want to start bringing that stuff out. No more secrets when it comes to what men do. Well, same thing got to apply to y'all, right? Because that's the equality that you said you want. Women are freaking abusive in every form and fashion. And that includes when they have some power. They abuse it. 911 is most black women's ultimate weapon. One of my favorite videos from the last few years was the video of the girl when she was trying to set the dude car on fire and it blew up back on her ass. That was one of my favorite videos. Do y'all remember the other video that I played not too long ago? It was the video of the woman literally trying to run the man over with the car. Like she kept slamming into the building and all this and that. And then after she couldn't get him with the car, she jumped out and started chasing him. What I mean. Let that would have been a man. That shit would have been all over the news. Where did we get it from? Social media. Y'all not equal. You don't even get the same treatment. You don't even get the same punishments. Somebody mentioned this the other day about whatever the hell that jail is in New York City, and they were saying in there it's sales and shit for the women too. Look, it's not saying none of them don't, but I'm saying the majority of time women's jails be dormitory style. They don't even want to hurt your mind as much as they willing to hurt a man's mind, because they understand what that cell and that solitary does to people. I remember being on 18 and 6. Bro, that was the worst shit ever. 18 hours in a cell, 6 out. Crazy, man. Y'all not equal. I'm telling you, this shit is so destructive, man. Entitlement, bro. They should really make it to where you can slap your woman in the mouth again. Like, I think that should be okay, bro. I do. And I'm just waiting for somebody to say, what if it was your daughter? You asking the wrong nigga. And we can call my daughter and ask her what she think I would tell her. If she called me and said, Daddy, my husband just smacked me in the mouth. Because I know women, and I don't try to pretend like because that's my daughter, she's not a woman. She's still a fucking woman. She's more of a woman than she is my daughter. Every day when she wake up and she get in front of the mirror, she is not looking at the mirror saying, I'm Bean's daughter. She doing like every other woman. I am woman. Look at me roar. Trying to find a reason in the mirror to make sure she fine. She look good. Making sure she look good and feel good and all of that other shit. Like every other fucking woman. It's not fair for men to be put in these positions where you telling them they just have to take whatever off of women. And for women to run around and cry and complain and make it seem like somebody is intentionally doing something to them when 90% of niggas don't even have no say-so on what go on out here in the fucking world. None at all. This shit is terrible, bro. Like these, I know we be saying that, you know, just because people play sports, it don't say anything about where they are mentally. That's true. That is a very true statement. Just because somebody plays sports or you know, they make a lot of money in sports does not mean they're smart, bro. It don't. But I do think that somehow mentally we probably just automatically project that these people should be smarter than the average person. You should know better. You actually are. I mean, this is what I'm telling you. It pains me. I know y'all not gonna believe this, but it pains me every time I have to say this. Women in general are fucking prostitutes. And this is just more evidence of it. Don't pay us what we deserve. Don't pay us what we've earned. Pay us more because we're women and we're asking for it. And we're going to do something really quick. Not even something transformational. Just something really quick. Like maybe, you know, I can't even say that. I was going to say dunk more, but they can't. They can't dunk more. I watched the video where they said, I swear it said all of the dunks. I could be wrong. I make room for the fact I could be wrong. But I swear the video said all WNBA dunks of all time, and I promise you it was like 9. So the league been around for 26 years. This is probably something I could Google. The league been around for 26 years. Let's see. How many dunks have been in the WNBA all time? 27.
27 dunks. According to Queen Ballers Club, how many dunks have there been in the WNBA? There have been 27 dunks in the WNBA, with the majority of the dunks happening during regular matches and 7 of the dunks occurring during All-Star games.
27 dunks over 26 years. Now, it looks like they've updated it, and they're saying 29 slams and 8 players. So 8 players over the 26-year history and 29 dunks of all time, bro. And none of them motherfuckers wasn't skying through the air, jumping from the free throw line, jumping from the baseline, none of that shit, okay? These was Brittany Griner two-hand fucking tiptoe dunks. Lisa Leslie coming down the lane and jumping from, you know, a foot away from the rim. Like, it's not exciting. It isn't. Now, if y'all actually went and got some thick-ass girls, not no fat girls, but I'm talking about everybody's body is thick and nice and juicy and look good, and it's titties and ass bouncing around, and you know what I'm saying? Because guess what? You know what female sport does actually get a lot of views? Volleyball. They add them volleyball games faithfully on ESPN. Why? Because it's a bunch of women jumping around and they are not heavily clothed. So this, whatever little thing, little quick transformation y'all gonna make to even try to, you know, insinuate that you deserved more money, what is it gonna be? The one thing I do give women credit for in women's basketball is shooting jumpers. I don't care what nobody say. A three-pointer is a three-pointer. They are not made differently. If you shooting with a regulation basketball on a regulation rim, guess what? A three-pointer is a three-pointer. Straight up. It is what it is. So I give them credit when I said that's one of the reasons why I like Maya more, because she shot that thing. She shot it and looked amazing while she was doing it. By amazing, I'm not just saying she looked good. I'm saying, like I said, I'm saying she looked like a hooper. But because she was a female, her movements and everything just looked so beautiful to me. It just really fucking did. Let's go on YouTube and Google Maya Moore highlights. Thank me later. Like, don't compare it to the men in your head. Just look at it and think about it look good. She actually hooping. She's not just out there playing basketball to get a check. She was an actual hooper, bro. She gave it all up to be in a marriage and all that other shit. That's another topic, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, yeah, Spoities is right. My bad. Track and field. Yeah. Track and field is another one. Go look at track and field videos on YouTube. Plenty views. Plenty views. I bet you they get more views than the WNBA games is getting live on TV. Plenty views. Why? Very lightly dressed women running around. These women don't even have nice bodies. These women are built like junior varsity basketball players, okay? And they still getting all the views. Why? Shit, because they still women. They still women, and you still get to see their bodies in motion. I should say they don't have nice bodies. What I mean is they're not thick, is basically what I'm saying. Because anything else I say is just gonna sound like I say it ain't nice. Of course they think they got nice bodies. I said it ain't sexy. Of course, there's people that think that those skinny girls are sexy. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is they be running and them track shorts be all up in their ass. You know what I'm saying? And every time they finish the race, they got to stand there and pull the shorts out their ass. I know them white men get a kick out of that shit every time. I know they do. Okay. And now we got a lot of women from America. I said America. But you got like the Sha'Carri Richardsons and all these people from America. Guess what? That's more American eyes on track and field. Because people talking about them. You know? That's less. If track and field is on and WNBA is on at the same time, guess what? That's less eyes on WNBA. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's my point. You can't ask for something you don't want to earn it. You just want to get it because you got a vagina. That makes you a whore. That's what that makes you. I don't think y'all want to be considered or looked at or viewed as whores. So let's just get this right. Be cool, be happy. Whatever money y'all making is more than what the average person is making. Let's see. Average WNBA player salary.
According to NBC Sports, as of 2022, the league average of salaries in the WNBA is $102,751 among 151 athletes.
$102,000. $102,000 is the average salary for a WNBA player. Let me see some. What is the lowest salary in the WNBA?
According to 1:37 p.m., the league minimum salary is now $58,710. The salary cap, which is regarded as a hard cap, stands at $1,339,000. This amount of money is distributed among 11 or 12 players on each of 12 rosters.
Okay, so the league minimum is $58,710, right? That's a motherfucker that's like riding a bench or some shit. That's more than the average white man. That's more than the average black man or Mexican, woman or other. And how many games do they play a year? How many WNBA games are there per year?
36 games.
36 games.
The regular season was expanded to 36 games per team.
36 games. So you make almost $60,000 a year for 36 days worth of work. And you complaining? $60K for 36 days worth of work. And then they said shit like, and then we got to go overseas and play over there to make more money. Yes, because nothing ain't good enough for you. That's why you go do that. And that is what most people do. When they money ain't enough, they go get a second job. That's what most people do. It's literally people that work for Google and all of these type of companies out in California living in their cars. Y'all ain't living in y'all cars. Averaging 102. the lowest person making 58 for fucking doing nothing for 36 days out of the year. This means that the average person in the NBA makes 6 figures in the WNBA. The average person in the WNBA makes 6 figures. The average person in the WNBA is in the top 10% of earners in the country. I ain't trying to hit no more of this fucking whining. Straight up. Matter of fact, welcome to the world of men. You doing what men do. Y'all act like them. Most of y'all on the alphabet side of the game, right? You the provider male. Do what you do. Make it work. I don't know what else to tell you. Whining over that goofy ass shit. Don't make it make no sense. Don't even try to make it make sense. All right. Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. So to everybody that actually takes the time out to donate to the show, I just want to say this to the few people watching and the people in the chat and whatnot. If you could, I'm going to figure out the OBS thing and how to get it to where it announces the cash apps on the screen. I know that you do it with the comments, and that's the thing about it with the super chats and shit. But I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to irritate me how much money YouTube taking. It's really, and this is the crazy part about it. I still ain't got $1 from them yet. I ain't received a check, of the invoice, of the fucking deposit, a quick pay, or nothing from YouTube yet, right? And I know why, so but I'm just pointing out that I haven't gotten. But just doing the math on it, I'm just like, God damn, y'all taking too much. That is just entirely too much. I got to talk to my homie, but I do think that it's probably taxable though. So, I mean, right? It's probably you're probably able to write it off. I'm gonna have to see. I mean, because he has to be a part of doing business or something. I mean, unless that's them. I don't know how this shit work. I don't give a fuck. I understand now why my homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Well, not my homeboy, but somebody on the YouTube space. There's a couple of people in this YouTube space that I've started rocking with that don't, they got plenty of subscribers and all of that. They monetize, but they don't turn their they super chats and stuff on because they don't want YouTube taking the money. So they say they rather just get the cash apps, and if that limits people sending it, then it just is what it is. I know people like to send the super chats because they get it gets to be seen, and the comment gets to get highlighted and all of that and read and all of that, and that's cool. But I'm telling you, I'm this close to turning that button off for real. It's too much. It's way too much, bro. It's way too much. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga standing out here with his ass out? Like, I'm not even making this up. He got his pants down off his ass. What the fuck is this little nigga doing? You putting lotion on your ass? Outside, little nigga, like, what the fuck? Oh, Bro, 2022 is looking weirder and fucking weirder by the minute. Big Bad Bull said, I just wonder why the rainbow community, as strong as they are, don't widely support the WNBA. That's the real question you should be asking. Well, the thing is this. The only thing that they could do to support the NBA is financially, and we know they're not going to do that. That's not what those type of people do, or them type of organizations do. They don't really look to, spend money. They be trying to get it. So that's the only thing they could do. That's the NBA player. The WNBA players are literally asking for more subsidies. That's the irony of it. Lisa Leslie said in that video that the WNBA players, check this out, bro. I'm gonna play this one more time because I don't even think I spoke enough on this, bro. Check this out. This is the thing about it. I was supposed to bang got off here, so I go give me something to eat. But this is the thing about it.
Look, one thing that
I think I saw something that said like one player that makes maybe $12 million on the NBA team could cover the whole WNBA salary.
Yeah, that's insane.
So that's kind of like crazy. And again,
why is it crazy? Why it's crazy because y'all fucking game ain't good enough and don't generate enough money. But watch this.
We're what, 26 years young, so it's not like we're comparing ourselves to the NBA, but I do feel like the pay gap would be something that, we could just take a donation around the NBA maybe one night y'all don't go to the casinos.
I have something.
See what I'm saying? Take a donation around the NBA, maybe one night y'all don't go to the casino. Why the fuck are you asking the players, other men who work a job and get paid a salary, to cover y'all's fucking desire of entitlement pay? Why is it that you actually think that NBA players should cover your desire for an entitlement salary? That's what you're asking for. You're literally asking for entitlement pay. Don't go to the casinos for one night. Give us that money so we can go to the casinos, because we want to be just like y'all. So we're going to do the same things y'all do. Give us the money so we can go to the casinos is basically what she's saying. Why are you asking the men of the NBA? Like, this shit is crazy. Why aren't you asking for other women's sports leagues around the world to subsidize each other? If that's what you really think it should be happening, is that you be subsidized and be given entitlement pay. Get that entitlement pay from other women leagues. The soccer, the tennis, all of that. Tell Serena to kick in some of the motherfucking millions she got. Man, bro, listen. Crystal said a few years ago, the U.S. women's national soccer team was beat by male high schoolers. FC Dallas under 15 squad in a scrimmage. I mean, there's no more argument for we're not equal. No better argument for that than that. We don't owe y'all anything. This ain't our fight, right? The fight ain't the NBA or the WNBA. That's not the fight. The reason I highlight the video, it's not even about the NBA or the WNBA. It is about the mindset of women. It's an entitlement mindset that you think having a vagina means the rest of the world owed you something. How? This a cold game. This a cold game, and this a cold world, bro. I swear. This a cold game, and this a cold world. I don't even know how we get to this point, bro. I don't. What the fuck is this? I need to find my paperwork. What time is it? It's 6. Damn, they probably closed. I need to find that one thing. The fuck is this? I'll probably throw this shit in the garbage. All right, y'all, look. I'm getting distracted now. Because I gotta, damn, it's old in the motherfucker. This shit still up there. I gotta, it's a couple of things that I need to do. One of which is go get me something to eat, dog. I think I'm finna slide and grab me some chicken. Like, fuck it, man. Grab me some tenders. Yeah, so we got a couple of more hours before the Guns and Butter Pod with Ray De Niro. We'll be launching. So yeah, that's that point. Sherelle trolling as usual. Sherelle, whatever. Why you ain't over at Def Jam? All right, y'all. So look, it's your boy Beans, aka Love Podcast. I want to say shout out to this guy, man, Don Michael Jr. This dude is starting to make reels and shorts and stuff on videos of him doing production and stuff, and they pretty cool. And this one came down my Instagram of this song that he did called Hit Different. And it was kind of funny because the way it starts off, like, you know, the guy's probably not too good at this. And then it ends up becoming dope. And so I asked him, I said, "Oh, is it okay if I use the song on my podcast?" And he said, "Yeah."
You can play.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show y'all the clip real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here on the song. Let me show y'all the clip real quick. Let me pull it up. Here you go.
You can play the beat. Wait. Let me practice. This it's a little bit different. I'm wearing off-white Nikes and blue denim.
Yo, you might need to rework that a little bit.
Yeah, I got it. Play the beat. This hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white Nikes, blue denim. Man, damn. What do you say? Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down. I still found a way. Yeah, she let me weigh. The cash in my teeth, not veggies. He talk big, but he not heavy. Skull and crossbones, I'm deadly. Word on the street, I'm on one hell of a streak. You can play the beat. Wait.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. That beat go hard, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no hate. I like supporting people, bro. So shout out to the homie Don Michael Jr. I'm gonna make sure I tag him in the video and everything else. He got the song up too. And yeah, we're gonna ride out on that, man. So look, it's your boy Beans, aka Love Podcast. Join us later on for the Guns and Butter Podcast, hosted by your boy Ray De Niro. Yada I mean. We go.
This hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white Nikes, blue denim. Man, damn. What do you say? Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down. I still found a way. Yeah, she let me weigh. carrots in my teeth, not veggies. He talk big, but he not heavy. Skull and crossbones, I'm deadly. Word on the street, I'm on one hell of a streak. She said, God damn, the second she felt on me. Left the club and sent the text and said, I had a dream. I don't do the show until I got the green. I got the blues, I got the juice. I got a Balenci, I got the shoes. I must be evicted cause I got the moves. It's different when you ain't got nada to prove. I pop out the house, they pop out with eyes, they pop out with oohs. Like, wow, you can't fuck with me, virgin shit. Powder blue zip tie, virgin shit. Shorty wanna twerk what she working with. Got her OnlyFans for them purchase tips. You get a mad, she get on my phone. Give you a tool, she give me the throw. I know he hate me, but he on the low. Just tell him to try me, we'll see where it go. Yeah, this hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white nights, blue dinner. Man, damn. What do you say, Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down. I still found a way, yeah. She let me weigh,
I don't be playing. I bring that pain, that major pain, like I'm away. She misbehaving, but that pussy is A1. I pull up and ghost, like it's a seance. I don't fuck with no Ouija boards. Jody got that wop, got a squeegee floors. Took her to the man cave, it's behind a bookshelf. When I pull that book, it's a 3D door. Yeah, hating niggas wanna see me pour, but I'm in a GT with a freaky whore. And then she get tired or piss me off, I could drop her ass off, get at least 3 more. I'm different than these niggas that you seen before. I'm real, most these rappers like CB4, grown man. I ain't fucking with no PG score, fucking with them dirty niggas, now your PP sort. Yo, Doc, how you lit like that? How you turn all them losses into wins like that? How you block out the doubters and still do what they never did like that?
this hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white nights, blue dinner. Man, damn. What do you say, Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down, I still found a way, yeah. This hit a little bit different. Yeah, we ain't just alive, we living. Yeah, off-white nights, blue dinner. Man, damn. What do you say, Cause we are not playing. Said that she locked down, I still found a way, yeah.
I really, really love when you do that rap thing. Oh my God, sounds so good.
No.
What, Cass?